recount the wake after the funeral, and my relief at finding some time away to think of anything but the immediate grief of my family. I'm holding off the third picture from Amsterdam this time, the wheat field and crows, because I'm not sure whether Vincent has them flying towards me on the way right now. And in all this unvalidated mourning for my mother and very English comic contemplation of mortality, I'm desperate for some takeaway street falafel from the stall near the Groat Market that we always go to.
By the Palace Gardens, Harry's 7 Mountains unfolds a city map. He proceeds to mark a few targets with crosses in black biro. Look here and here, and you may find something interesting here, he says, pointing. He smiles and tells us he'll see us later on. Good luck, he says, mounting his bike. With a wave, he rides away. Coffee calls in stark white cups with little doilies on the saucers, along with a bite-sized biscuit. I'm dehydrated with a heavy head from too little sleep. This September sunshine is so bright, I wish I'd brought my shades. We order coffee from Hotel Centrum and sit outside. The sun is surprisingly hot on the back of my neck. It saps all motivation to move. I'd prefer to doze off in the shade, catch a few Z's. But we have a job to do, and the radio station will be calling in an hour or two. We'll need to find something from England to talk about when they do.
We better get a move on, man. We better get a move on.
We're sitting at a table, checking the map outside a bar on Koningsplein that shows no sign of opening, when my phone rings. It's the female DJ. Her radio voice asks what we think of the city and what we're up to. My words are facile. I say, it's very nice, very elegant and beautiful, especially in the morning's bright autumn sunshine. But I wonder what I'm blind to and what I see with only one eye. Andy struggles to fathom the sudden gaping absence in his life. Grief is dogging his steps, but distance seems to be helping. He doesn't expect to see her here.
Uncertain ride and a bumpy landing. I'm back in the flatlands again. Train traverses green fields and canals, carries me away from the sweep of the river and the carved out absence of my mother. Eases slightly the ache, the inner sob, but my nerves are still mad jangling.
Mad jangling, mad jangling, mad jangling.
A mixture of ecstasy from the free float of the road and unutterable anxiety of the sun-drenched colour burst on this autumn's bulb fields.
By President Kennedy Land we rest a while, watching reflections of willows in the still water, a coot bobbing by the reeds, submerging and resurfacing like a seamstress's needle, and the dance of 2 grey herons on the green verge, testing boundaries. The rough edges of unmarked territories, feeling the contours of difference and influence. Hooded pilgrims, as much aware of our presence as we are of theirs, in the age-old exchange of suspicious distrust.
How do you ride the air with so little effort?
Why are we so little at home in our interpreted world?
We sit silently for a moment, drink water. The grey steps, cloud-reflecting canal and sense of drawing nearer to the ocean help clear my mind of the red windmill sails. And I store away funereal memories one by one as I focus on the moment, and the grey birds alarming the smaller gulls and being mobbed by blackbirds as they stand motionless, hunched like sharp-mouthed priests of the Inquisition, occasionally spreading their wings, transforming them into a grace that justifies their existence as the city bird, its emblem. City of peace and justice. A city built on commons. Grey herons.
Grim priest of birds.
Waterway Jesuits.
Grace heavy clerics.
Beak and feathers.
For bell, book and candle.
The blackbirds panic as you seem not to notice their vulnerable nests.
For bell, book and candle.
Glide by or stand silent. Mockeries of innocence. Your beaks ominously still.
Bell, book, candle.
Heads hunched deep into your shoulders that hold the knowledge of how quick a soul can be seized upon and held in the balance.
For bell, book, candle.